All right, Wendy Williams is in the news, and her ex-husband's filing a $250 million lawsuit. Now, Wendy is slamming her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, after he filed a $250 million lawsuit in New York federal court. And in the suit, Kevin claims the beloved TV host is being held against her will in a court-imposed guardianship. He says Wendy's guardianship has become a weapon, not a shield. And Kevin is alleging that Wendy is locked away in a coterie assisted living facility where her phone use is monitored and she barely gets to speak to loved ones, which we know that's true because she said that when I interviewed her. The lawsuit names Wendy's court-appointed guardian Sabrina Morrissey, Wells Fargo, who first raised alarms about her finances in 2022, her former financial advisor, Lori Schiller, her ex-manager, Bernie Young, and several others. Kevin's lawsuit further reads, Ms. Hunter is being abused, neglected, and defrauded under the care of court-appointed guardians. The guardianship serves no therapeutic purpose, no protective function. It is punishment, pure and simple. And reacting to her ex-husband's lawsuit, Wendy Williams told TMZ that she had nothing to do with the $250 million lawsuit that he filed and claimed was done on her behalf. According to court docs and Kevin's own statements, the lawsuit seeks to remove Wendy from guardianship, terminate her legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, and demand 9-figure damages. But according to Wendy, that was a straight-up play for the bag. And Wendy's told TMZ's Harvey Levin that she wasn't aware of the lawsuit at all until it made the headlines. And she added that Kevin's history of trying to use her for financial gain speaks for itself. And Wendy's lawyer, Joe, also reacted. So here's both Wendy and Joe and Harvey threatening legal action against Kevin. Listen.
Did you know your ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, was filing this lawsuit claiming to represent you?
I had no idea.
And
Nor do I want him to be a part of my life like that. No.
why?
Because I'm divorced forever.
And so this lawsuit that he's filing for $260 million?
Uh-huh. Well, you know, he's a money grubber. He's always been that way. Look, I don't want to say too much, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to know that he's doing such evil things again. He won't win.
Somebody else who's on the same page with her is her attorney, Joe Tacopina,
The guy who's trying to get her out of this guardianship.
who you also talked to on TMZ.
Okay, well, let me be very, I want to analyze this in a very legal way. That's what I think. The guy has no standing, okay? This thing should be dismissed with sanctions, honestly. I don't know what this lawyer was thinking, but he has no standing to file this lawsuit. It's a self-serving lawsuit, clearly. And more importantly, Wendy Williams doesn't need her ex-husband, who was not a very good husband, to file a lawsuit on her behalf.
Let's talk about that. I mean, look, somebody has to take control of Wendy's situation because Wendy, let's keep it 100. Me, Harvey, Charlemagne, we keeping it live in the news, but you need somebody who can get behind you legally and make some stuff happen. We've seen people take advantage of you. We've seen your relationship with your son deteriorate in public eye, which we all didn't even want to report on. And the fact that you're still in prison when we know you appear to have your faculties is crazy to us. So the fact that your ex-husband, although it's probably not the knight in shining armor that you wanted, has come forward to protect and get you out. And it sounds like everything he's doing in terms of what he's fighting for is good. Take the help. I mean, if I was locked away in a prison and you told me that my ex Josh, whom I've written about in a book, go read it,
Throwback.
a whole Capricorn was gonna come rescue me, I would be there waiting by the window. That's just because the goal is get out. How you get out, should it matter?
Well, I think it should matter, but I think her family should be stepping up to try and get her out and take care of her.
They have been.
Right, but they've been unsuccessful. But I mean, if she's uncomfortable with him doing it because she doesn't trust him and she doesn't trust him with the money, then that's one thing. Like, I wouldn't just be like, sure, give it to him, because who knows what's gonna happen. Then she might end up with zero.
Listen, you get me out for $250 million, you can get 125.
But I feel like this phone call proved, like, everyone's like, oh, Wendy lost her, marbles and she's not all the way there. But her being like, I'm divorced forever. Like, she still has it in her. And I feel like her hate for her ex is real. But like, I'm with you, because that's exactly what I was thinking. To hear like Harvey and her attorney team and Wendy like gang up on him, like, why don't you guys put him on your team and then deal with him at the end.
Well, why doesn't
Shoo
Harvey
him
get her
away.
out? He's an attorney.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a lawyer. Ain't that what it's
I'm a lawyer, yeah, at the end.
Because if they do it this way, then he's going to end up with access to all that money, and then who knows what's going to happen. So that's why I think
He's gonna go get another woman pregnant and
Exactly.
live happily ever after on Wendy's
Okay,
money. Like
but
he's
just
been
let him
doing.
get her. If that's freedom, shit.
well, her freedom shouldn't be
You
she
gotta
gets
pay.
out and then she broke living on the street and he
Yeah,
running
no.
around with all her money.
250 million. He ain't keeping it all. I mean,
And I'm
gonna
also
spend
like,
it.
she's been in this conservatorship for 3 years. So why all of a sudden it has to be something?
but everybody because the momentum's there to free Wendy at this point.
Yeah.
You know, Wendy, I want you to come home. Why we pick this picture of Wendy? Well, I might be going to New York because I was gonna go to Paris Fashion Week, but Donald and Iran just messed that up. I just literally text, I'm not going to work. So maybe I'll pop over to New York and go see Wendy. I don't know because we've been trying to have lunch. Okay, love you, Wendy. Kevin, keep up the good work.